Hello, class, and welcome to Unit 13, Lesson 2. This is actually the final lesson of Unit 13. Okay, there's only 2 lessons, and this will be our last lesson on modals. So, what are we going to learn? What are we going to practice? Advisability, or think advice. Okay, so we're going to talk about should and ought to, and expectations with be supposed to. Let's start with advisability or advice. So use should or ought to give advice or to say that something is a good idea. People should help each other more. This is a good idea, I think. You ought to call your mother. Okay, this is a good idea. All right, so we're giving advice to people. Should help, ought to call. Use shouldn't to say that something isn't a good idea or it's a bad idea. Now, you can say ought not to, but this is very, very uncommon. So it's better to use shouldn't for the negative. You shouldn't be mean to your sister. You should be nice. They shouldn't drink so much beer. It's not healthy. Okay. So in both of these, we are giving advice about something that is not a good idea. Questions, right? So we use should in questions. Again, ought to in questions is uncommon, okay? Use should. Should we help them? Should we go home now? Should I meet you at the party? Okay. So here I'm asking for your advice. I want you to tell me, should we help them? Should we go home? Should I meet you? Give me advice. What should I or we do? Okay, so that was advice. Just think should. Should is for advice. Now, expectations. So expectations is what we expect in the future, what we think or hope will happen. So to express a future expectation, use am is are or be plus supposed to and the verb. For example, I'm supposed to arrive a few minutes early. That's the expectation. The package is supposed to arrive later today. Okay, so I checked the tracking and it's going to arrive today. It's supposed to. I expect this. I hope for this. You're supposed to use a new ball for each game. So imagine we're playing a game with balls, and the expectation is that if you start a new game, you use a new ball. You're supposed to use a new ball. Okay. To talk about something that was expected but did not happen, so past, you can use was or were plus supposed to. So person A says they were supposed to be here by noon. Maybe they are stuck in traffic. So in this example, if I say they were supposed to be here at noon, by noon, it means they're not. Okay, they were supposed to, but they are not here. So person B gives a possible explanation. Well, maybe they're not here because they are stuck in traffic. Okay, that's it. Short lesson, right? So that's the end of modals. Please do your classwork as always and turn it in on Canvas. Thank you all.